Day.
And I'm Richard Day.
We're both chiropractors.
We've been in practice together for 11 years.
Married for 10.
With 3 beautiful little girls.
We know it's possible to have an exceptional practice that's built around your life.
Because we've done it.
So we've created this podcast,
the Lifestyle Practice Builders Podcast.
We'll interview chiropractors, answer questions, and bring you resources to help build and grow your practice.
So let's get this party started.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Practice Builders Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Haley Day, and today we have with us our other host,
Dr. Richard Day. It's good to be here and to be with you. We're pretty pumped. We're pretty excited. We were just on Clubhouse. We got finished with our first Clubhouse room that we hosted, and it was really an exciting thing to be a part of. And I think that Clubhouse as a platform is a really exciting thing to be a part of. So I'm going to throw it over to Haley, who's going to kind of explain what is Clubhouse.
So Clubhouse is a new social media app, and it's all voice. So it's all audio. There's no video, and it's comprised of a bunch of clubs and then rooms. And so you can be a part of a club, like there's the Women's Chiropractic Club on there, and you can have a room within that club that they've started a conversation in, or you can start your own room, and sometimes you can start them in other people's clubs. Kind of starts to get a little confusing, but it's really, I have not found it to be very confusing. Have you?
No, it's pretty intuitive, and just sort of getting in there and then jumping around, you can kind of figure things out. It helps. Haley got in before I did, so she could kind of tell me the rules of the road. But really, as a first-time user, it's pretty user-friendly.
And the reason not everyone's on there is because at this time, Clubhouse is invite only. And so it's kind of trickling out, and you really don't get a whole lot of invites. So far, I've gotten 4 invites. I've been in there a little over a week, and Rich has gotten 3 invites. He's been in there a little under a week. So it's really, they're withholding a lot of invites to get people in there. They're probably trying to figure out where it's going and how best to support everyone in there. Like the clubs that I was talking about earlier, they don't have really a good process for that yet. And so they're a little overwhelmed with people who want to start their own club. But it's really fun. So once you get into Clubhouse, you can go into a room where people are talking. And so someone will host the room. There are several rooms in there that never end. They have like one room, I think, is 6, 7, and 8 figure entrepreneurs. And so when you go in there, there are 6, 7, and 8 figure entrepreneurs talking about success strategies that they've used in their business. And there's people like Grant Cardone is one, but there are a lot of other really successful, it's a lot of online digital successful people, but still a lot of great knowledge in there. Gary Vee's on there, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, so some Brendan Burchard, Rachel Hollis, a lot of big name people in there. You can just go in a room, and sometimes they will welcome you to the stage and you can ask a question. So you could literally get on there tomorrow and ask Rachel Hollis a question if she was on there. So a really neat concept. Rich and I are really looking forward to it. We're going to talk about a little bit how we are going to use it. We think chiropractors could use it, and what you guys should all look for when you get your invite. So I'll let Rich talk a little bit about our conversation today, what we used Clubhouse for this morning.
So the way that I think about Clubhouse is like it's a live event at a hotel, like a convention or something like that, right? So there will be different rooms with different guest speakers, or maybe a panel of speakers, and you can sort of open the door and pop your head in and hear what they're talking about. And if you have questions, you can raise your hand and, hopefully get called on. It's that environment, except virtually, and I really like that there are no cameras or anything like that. Like, it's not like a Zoom call where I have to worry about my hair or anything like that if I'm going to go in and listen. A lot of times I just listen, sort of lurk in the background and listen and absorb the information, because people are throwing out a lot of very useful information that if you are tuned into, I started writing things down when I was in the rooms that I've been in. And like Haley's saying, the people that are there are kind of superstars in a way, but not everybody. I mean, there's so many successful people to listen to, but I think Haley told me Paris Hilton was in one of those rooms. She didn't speak or anything, but she was in there. So it's kind of nice that, with digital media, and really when the internet first came out, it was almost like the same level. It was a leveler because it gave everyone kind of being on the same playing field. So that's where it's at right now. And I think it's in its infancy. It's been around, I think, less than a year, but everyone's sort of just feeling it out to see what the potential is and what you can do with it. But our room that we started was just for chiropractors to network and talk to each other. So I think networking right now is the main function of it. It's a big part of what we're doing on Clubhouse. But I do see the potential for later through, as this evolves, the platform evolves, to set up things that are more community-based where you can have, we're in Kansas City, maybe a room for Kansas City health and wellness, and then people could go on there. And right now, like I said, it's a small network and platform. And like Haley said, it's invitation only. So it's small. It's not really out to the general public yet. But as this grows and becomes bigger and bigger, you might start to find members of your community in there. When I say community, your geographical community or right around your practice. And you can start hosting health and wellness rooms and bring in speakers, maybe other people in your area to be a part of it.
Yeah, so I think there's that. There's also, we've already been doing this, is connecting with other health professionals. So I've been in several rooms where I've listened to different health professionals connect with each other and then also learn more about marketing or systems, running their practice, hiring employees. So anything like that has really been beneficial to being in there, hearing these conversations. And I think ultimately just look so forward to there being more people on there. So not only can we do what we're saying as chiropractors, kind of network in our community, but also how we can use it to build relationships with chiropractors, with other healthcare professionals. And then also how can we bring the podcast into Clubhouse and really connect with you all to not just have a speak and listen kind of relationship, but make it more of a conversation where we can bring our topic into a room and really discuss the podcast and how that relates to where you're at in practice, in school, and in life. So I'm really excited for Clubhouse. I think there's going to be a lot of ways for all of us to use it and to connect, and really looking forward to, we're going to do these conversations that we had in Clubhouse. We're trying to do them at least twice a week, but we're in there a lot in all of these other rooms connecting with other people. So
yeah, and Haley makes a great point. I think that, in podcasting, it's a one-way conversation, right? You're listening to us speak, but you're not really able to speak back in real time. And what's really neat is about Clubhouse is how it's so interactive. It is more of a conversation, and it's fun. It gets on, kind of takes on its own life and its own energy, and it's a fun thing to be a part of. And so, yeah, like she's saying, by adding the component of Clubhouse to what it is we're already doing, it opens up a channel for us to have that two-way conversation. And that's really exciting.
Yeah, so if you are on Clubhouse, you can find me at Haley Day, HALEYDAY, and you can find Rich at Rich Day. And we would love to connect with you on there and show you around if possible. If you need an invite, we are starting a list so that we can get some of you in there. We would love to bring in as many like-minded and future successful chiropractors in there.
Absolutely. Look us up in there, and we would love to have you become part of our community and interact with just everybody that's in there. There's so much to be gained, not only from the room that we've created, but all the other rooms that are on the platform.
We look forward to connecting with you on there. Have an awesome day.
If you enjoyed this podcast episode, please share it with your friends on Instagram and Facebook. And for those of you who are already subscribers, we really appreciate it. Thanks for the reviews. We love reading those and knowing that you're loving the podcast. If you're looking for more tips and inspiration, be sure to check us out at lifestylepracticebuilders.com or join our business and marketing Facebook group for chiropractors at facebook.com/group/lifestylepractice.